Hi, welcome to Silver Lining Moments. I'm Carrie, and this is the first of weekly Silver Lining Moment shorts. I'm going to share a Silver Lining moment surrounding a stray dog living in Tirana, Albania. Throughout 2021, my husband and I lived in Tirana. We lived in an apartment complex that it was basically two rows of each row having three 11-story apartment buildings. In the center was a common area, some shops and cafes along the edges, places to sit down and stuff in the common area. In this common area lived Bijou. I didn't know her name at first. I just saw her as a reddish, brownish tan dog. And first, she can look kind of gruff a little bit. One of our friends who lived there thought she was mean. My husband and I, though, we love dogs. And so every time we'd walk by, or when I would walk by, I'd kind of look at Bijou and then just start smiling at her. And she'd look at me and she'd get used to me over time. And she started wagging her tail when she'd see me. I'd start buying her snacks, which then turned into every day, sometime between around 1 o'clock in the afternoon, every afternoon, I would come down and feed her lunch. I'm a vegetarian, but I'd go to a place and buy her chicken. And so Bijou would eat chicken, and I'd bring a bowl of water for her. And when she would eat, let her eat, chill out. I'd just sit down next to her and hang out and give her some company and love too. And when I think of my experience with Bijou, I see so many silver lining moments from her. One, uh, she she brought out goodness in people. There was a group of young men who would just kind of hang out in the common area, and they always kept an eye out for her. One, they would feed her, they would kind of just make sure no one would be being rough with her. They kept their eye out for her, and so did all the people, or the majority of the people in the complex. We were told that at one time the Tirana government tried to come around and kill stray dogs. Very sad, I know. They came to our apartment complex, and the people in our complex stood up to them, and they would not let the Tirana, the Albanian government, take or kill Bijou. They protected her. And to me, the way people treat animals is a reflection of goodness in them. Bijou was the embodiment of transfer of energy, the power of our energy. What we give off is what we receive. For the most part, she was very friendly, very sweet. The only other time I saw her, which if you did not know her, you would think she was a scary dog. The only time I saw this was just a few people. And when you asked about it, those were people who beat her in the past, and they were just isolated, one or two here and there. And other than that, she was just really a friendly, sweet little dog. So to me, that shows, look, if you're going to be mean to someone, if you're going to be mean to a dog, you might get people or the animals treating mean to you. If you put love out there, you will get love back. That's what Bijou reminded me of that. She also gave me a silver lining moment of what happens or how freeing it is when we can let our guard down, right? So many times we have to put these protections and barriers and guards up, and being a stray dog, Bijou had to do that. She had to be a little tough. She had to have her guard out. She always had to keep her eye out what was going on. Well, my husband and I, towards the end of our time in Albania, we got to the point where we'd bring Bijou up to our apartment for a little bit, and within seconds, she let her guard down. And she just became a sweet little puppy. She became so relaxed. She rolled on her back, wanted me to pat her belly. She wanted my husband to pat her belly. She was very playful. She wanted to play catch with us. Just so extreme, just playful and full of joy. And that to me is a lesson of what happens how do we block ourselves from joy when we put our guard up. The power of when we get into a place where we are safe, um, we let our guard down and we just shine. I mean, let me tell you, Bijou she shined so bright when we brought her into our apartment. She just filled me up with so much love. Oh, she just filled my soul with love. And it got to a point where when I'd walk through the courtyard, it's like I would smile at her and her doggy smile back at me, but I'd be walking and sometimes I'd see her across the way and she would just always know where I was. She would kind of look up at me, acknowledge me from across the way. Sometimes she'd come running to me, sometimes she wouldn't, but she would just acknowledge, saying, I see you, I see you. And uh, just so much love there. So to Bijou, and may she see and feel the love that she gave to me. May it be returned to her. So there's my silver lining moment shorts today. The love of a stray dog just can add smiles and lightness to the world.